My name is Melissa. I'm 36 years old and just an ordinary housewife. I have a husband, Noah, who's the same age, and a daughter, Gemma, who will soon be 8 years old. When Gemma was born, we moved into a long-awaited 2-generation house with my in-laws. Now, I live under one roof with Noah, Gemma, my father-in-law, Harry, and my mother-in-law, Sarah. I know most people think living with in-laws is a bad idea, but that's not the case for me. My husband and I both work, so having my in-laws at home has been a tremendous help. Especially with Gemma, my in-laws have been incredibly supportive, to the point where I feel a bit guilty. Sarah took care of Gemma when I was unwell after giving birth, and Harry helped by picking her up from kindergarten and activities after retiring from work. Even after Gemma started school, my in-laws have been attending her events and supporting us in countless ways. Thanks to them, Gemma is a grandparent's child, more attached to them than to Noah, who is rarely home. Even though we rely heavily on them, I've never been criticized by my in-laws. They've never complained through Noah either. Instead, they're always considerate of me who works outside the home. They help with housework, give us useful appliances, and even arrange for spa days and short trips for my relaxation. To some, these might sound like boastful stories, but for me, living with my in-laws has been nothing short of ideal. I believe the reason for my in-laws' kindness lies in their strong marital bond. My in-laws are a model couple, always smiling and conversing happily, both at home and outside. They've never argued, at least not that I've seen. They still hold hands on their daily walks and celebrate birthdays and anniversaries together, always exchanging thoughtful gifts. They are the ideal couple, showing constant gratitude and respect for each other. However, despite seeing such a perfect couple every day, my relationship with Noah is far from good. We don't openly fight or complain about each other, but our relationship is unfortunately cold. We only talk when Gemma or my in-laws are around, otherwise we communicate mainly through emails. Noah often comes home late, so we don't eat together, and we ignore anniversaries and birthdays altogether. This distance between us started around the time Gemma entered elementary school, triggered by Noah's affair. Suddenly, his work hours increased, and he started going on more business trips, which made me suspicious. After some investigation, I found ample evidence of his affair. Naturally, I confronted Noah about it. "Noah, you're having an affair, aren't you?"
"Huh? What's with the sudden accusation? I'm tired from work, so give me a break."
"There's no point in denying it. I know everything. I even know about the woman you're seeing, Emily, from your office. You've been using overtime and business trips as an excuse to be with her, haven't you?" I was angry at Noah's dismissive attitude, so I dropped the name of his affair partner to provoke him, thinking he would be shaken and confess. But instead, I got a surprising reaction.
"So what if I am? You come in here throwing evidence and names at me like you're so clever. What do you really want, Melissa? You want a divorce or something?"
Noah smirked, crossing his arms and watching my confused reaction. This was supposed to be the moment where I confronted him about his affair, but why was he so confident? Trying to maintain my composure, I replied as calmly as I could. "I'm not talking about divorce. I just want you to stop the affair and reflect on your actions. If you change your ways, I'm willing to forgive you this time."
"Who do you think you are, acting all high and mighty? You don't want a divorce because it won't suit you. Without me, you'd lose all the benefits of living with my parents, so don't act like you're doing me a favor."
Do you even realize what you're saying? You're married, yet you're cheating on me. You betrayed me and Gemma. Don't you feel even a little guilty? Noah's lack of remorse was terrifying, but after years of marriage, I couldn't just give up.
"I don't feel guilty at all. It's my money and my time, so I can do whatever I want with it. You have no right to complain."
"It's not about that."
"Yes, it is. You've been neglecting the house, going out for afternoon tea and spa days. My affairs are the same thing, just a way to unwind. What's wrong with that?"
"It's completely different. Don't compare your cheating with my need to relax. And I don't neglect the house."
"Whatever. This conversation is over. If you don't have the guts to be a single mom, just shut up and deal with it."
After saying that, Noah turned his back to me and went to sleep. I was furious, but I couldn't argue any further. Just as Noah said, I wasn't confident I could raise Gemma on my own. From that day on, we started sleeping in separate rooms and only communicated when absolutely necessary. I stopped looking into Noah's affairs as it only made me feel worse. But he still worked late and went on trips frequently, likely spending time with his lover. Despite the ideal life, I had a wonderful daughter, kind in-laws, and a comfortable home. My husband's betrayal cast a dark shadow over everything. This miserable situation continued for about a year until an unexpected event changed things. The turning point came when my father-in-law, Harry, passed away. Despite being sharp and physically strong, he suddenly died of a heart attack. His death deeply affected our family, especially my mother-in-law, Sarah, who was devastated. She could barely eat or sleep, and in her state, there was no way she could handle the funeral arrangements. As a result, Noah and I took care of most of the preparations. Seeing my mother-in-law so heartbroken was painful for both me and Gemma, but Noah was different. Instead of comforting her, he harshly criticized her. I usually avoided conversations with Noah, but I couldn't stay silent when he was hurting my mother-in-law. Noah, that's too harsh. Why are you speaking to your mother like that?
What's the problem? I just told her to pull herself together. That's what she should do as the widow, right?
She just lost her husband. How can you expect her to act normally? We should take care of the arrangements for her. Be more considerate. I whispered my concerns to Noah, trying not to upset Sarah, but Noah, visibly irritated, snapped back at me.
Someone has to do it. If she's useless, that means more work for me. It's a real pain.
That's not the point. Your parents have done so much for us. The least we can do is support your mother in her time of need.
Oh, I see. You're trying to play the good daughter-in-law. But if you want to impress someone, it should be me. After all, I'm the head of this house now that my dad's gone.
Noah's shameless words brought me to tears. I loved my in-laws and wanted to take care of them as if they were my own parents. But my husband, the man I married, couldn't understand or respect my feelings. This isn't about impressing anyone. It's about family. We should be there for each other, especially during difficult times. I just want to help your mother because I care.
Yeah, whatever. You deal with it then. There are a lot of annoying things to take care of, like changing the property title and inheritance paperwork. Help her out with that, will you?
Of course, I'll help, but...
Good. Then let's get this over with. I've got the day off and I don't want to waste it.
With that, Noah patted his knee and left the room, ending our conversation abruptly. He avoided further discussion and started preparing for the funeral without acknowledging Sarah. Although there were many things Noah said that didn't sit right with me, I was too overwhelmed to address them. But the day after the funeral, I discovered something shocking. On his day off, Noah, unusually awake early, told me something outrageous as I prepared breakfast in the kitchen.
I'm going on a trip starting today. So, Melissa, you take care of Mom, okay?
A trip? What are you talking about? I stopped cooking and turned to look at him. Noah, with a nonchalant expression, continued speaking.
Yeah, I've still got a week of leave, so I'm going to use it wisely. I'm heading to Hawaii.
Hawaii? What are you thinking? This leave is supposed to be for mourning, not for leisure. A trip to Hawaii right now is outrageous.
I've already taken care of the funeral and everything. What I do with my time off is my business, not yours.
Noah tried to justify his trip with his usual selfish reasoning. Given the destination and his carefree attitude, it was clear who he was traveling with. Even though his father had just passed away and his mother was struggling, Noah was planning to take his lover to Hawaii. Realizing this, I looked coldly at Noah and asked, "You're going with your lover, aren't you?"
What's with that tone? Don't say it like that.
It doesn't matter how I say it. You're betraying your family, cheating on me, and abandoning us in the middle of a crisis. How can you do that? My words made Noah angry, and he started yelling.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going on a trip with my lover because I can't stand being around your depressing faces. It's ridiculous to make such a big deal over one old man's death. You women can comfort each other, right?
What are you saying?
Shut up, just listen to what I say. By the time I get back, make sure all the paperwork is done.
With that, Noah grabbed his suitcase and stormed out of the house. Stunned, I stood there, unable to move. I knew I needed to finish making breakfast for Gemma and my mother-in-law, but I couldn't tear my eyes away from the messy kitchen counter. At that moment, I heard Sarah calling my name. Melissa! Melissa! Oh, good morning, Sarah. Breakfast will be ready soon, so please wait a little longer. Thank you. I'll help. Sarah stood beside me and quietly began to help with the cooking. Despite being an experienced homemaker, she seemed absent-minded. After a while, she spoke to me. Melissa, I know this isn't the best time, but you don't look well. Is everything okay? Did something happen with Noah? Sarah asked cautiously, peering at my face. Even though she was going through her own grief, she was still worried about me. If I were in her position, I don't think I'd have the emotional capacity to be concerned about someone else. Touched by her kindness, I found myself opening up to her, sharing everything about discovering Noah's affair, our distant relationship, and his plan to go on a trip with his lover. After hearing my story, Sarah began to tear up and apologized.
Melissa, I'm so sorry. It's my fault for raising him the way I did. I never meant to cause you or Gemma such pain. I know an apology isn't enough, but I'm truly sorry.
Please, don't apologize, Sarah. You haven't done anything wrong. Her voice was barely a whisper, but I felt a renewed sense of determination. Confiding in Sarah had cleared my mind, and I suddenly had a plan. If this worked, Noah would have no choice but to repent. Feeling emboldened, I shared my plan with Sarah. Sarah, this is our chance to teach Noah a lesson. Now that Harry is gone, we have to be the ones to set him straight.
But he's already a grown man. I don't think he'll change his ways now.
People can change at any age if they're willing. If Noah gets a taste of his own medicine, he'll have to reflect on his actions.
If you believe that, Melissa, then I'm with you. And I'm sure Harry would have scolded him if he were still here. Let's do it.
Sarah made a small fist in determination. The idea of punishing Noah seemed to give her the energy she had lost. After that, Sarah and I wasted no time putting our plan into action. The first step was to cancel Noah's credit cards. Since the cards were under Sarah's name, she could easily stop Noah from using them. Noah had taken Sarah's card for the trip, thinking he could use it without any issues. But now, he was stuck without access to his credit. Next, we went to a cell phone shop to cancel Noah's phone contract. Despite being an adult, Noah had been relying on his parents to pay his phone bills since he was a student. I remember being shocked when I found out after we got married. I had been paying my own phone and transportation bills since college, which I thought was normal. I couldn't believe a man in his 30s was still relying on his elderly parents for such things. Anyway, we canceled all of Noah's devices, his phone, his tablet, everything. So on the first day of his Hawaii trip, Noah was left without a credit card or phone. A few hours later, I received a call from an unknown number, which I guessed was Noah using his lover's phone. At first, I ignored the calls, but they kept coming, so I decided to answer on speakerphone with Sarah listening.
Finally. Melissa, what the hell did you do? I can't enjoy Hawaii at all. Fix it now.
What are you talking about? I thought this was important, but if you're just going to yell, I'm hanging up.
Oh, wait. Don't hang up. This is serious. I'm calling you from overseas.
As soon as I showed signs of ending the call, Noah panicked and tried to stop me.
My phone and credit cards aren't working. Did Mom mess up the paperwork? She only needed to cancel Dad's stuff, right? There's been a mistake. Can you sort it out quickly?
There's no mistake. Everything is as it should be.
Noah, I'm the one who canceled everything. I've been with Melissa this whole time, and I heard every word you said to her.
Mom? You're there too?
Yes, I'm here, and I'm not going to let you get away with what you've done. I won't spend another cent on a son who treats his family like dirt.
But Mom, that's not fair. You should be on my side, not Melissa's. I'll talk to you when I get back, so just fix this now.
You must be out of your mind if you think you can manipulate me. Don't you dare underestimate me, Noah. I've always thought of Melissa as my daughter. She's smart, hardworking, and kind. Everything a mother would want. I can't forgive you for hurting someone so dear to me.
Hearing Sarah say that made me tear up. Her words meant the world to me, especially knowing she was fully on my side against her own son.
A man who neglects his family, refuses to help with the house, and doesn't spend time with his child has no place in any home. When you come back, don't expect to find yours.
Wait, Mom, that's too much.
I'm hanging up now. Enjoy the rest of your trip.
Sarah ended the call and immediately blocked Noah's number on both our phones. We also blocked his messages on social media. With that, we could finally focus on mourning Harry in peace. Sarah gradually regained her strength, and Gemma and I were relieved to see her getting better. Of course, the pain of losing Harry would never fully disappear, but the three of us slowly returned to our daily lives. Noah came back looking exhausted, just as my leave was ending. I later learned that Noah's trip to Hawaii had been a nightmare. His lover, Emily, was a temp worker and didn't have much money. So, Noah had promised to cover all the expenses for the trip. But with his cards and phone canceled, they were left in a desperate situation. They spent the first day in Hawaii fighting and blaming each other. With no money left, and they were forced to cancel all their plans and spend the trip in misery. Eventually, they had to ask Emily's parents to send them money just to get home. When Noah returned, he was furious and tried to get back into the house, but he found the doors locked. I had changed all the locks while he was away. Sarah had inherited the house from Harry and had declared that Noah was no longer welcome there. So, all of Noah's belongings were packed up and stored in the garage. If he didn't like it, Sarah threatened to send his stuff to his lover's place or his office, which made Noah quickly back down. Noah reluctantly agreed to move into a small apartment on his own, leaving our home for good. As for me, I filed for damages from Emily, but I haven't decided whether to divorce Noah yet. And that's because I'm enjoying my new life with Sarah and Gemma. I don't want to leave Sarah alone after losing Harry, and raising Gemma on my own would impact my work. Besides, with Noah out of the house, I don't feel as stressed. I've decided to use my marriage to Noah for the benefit of us 3 women. Of course, Noah and I keep our finances completely separate. He now deposits a fixed amount for living expenses and child support every month. Before, Noah just handed over the household budget, but now he has to pay for his own rent, phone, and credit card bills. It's a significant burden for someone who relied on his parents for everything. On top of that, I heard his reputation at work took a hit after his affair was exposed. For the record, I didn't spread the rumors. Emily posted about the disastrous trip on social media, which led to Noah's affair becoming public knowledge. As a result, Noah was reprimanded by his boss and transferred to a different department, while Emily lost her job. She also got in trouble with her parents for borrowing money during the trip, and now has her income strictly controlled. Meanwhile, our lives have stabilized. Sarah still takes great care of Gemma and helps with the housework when I'm busy. Gemma has even started helping out, folding laundry and cleaning. Recently, she's been learning to cook from Sarah, and sometimes surprises me with her dishes. I worry that Gemma might feel lonely without her father, but she reassures me.
Don't worry, Mama. I'm used to Papa being away. I'm fine as long as I have you and Grandma.
She might just be putting on a brave face, but her words comfort me. No matter how much Noah hurt me, Gemma has always helped me bounce back. It might seem like an unusual setup to others, but I'm happy with our life now. I hope this peaceful life with Gemma and Sarah will continue for as long as possible,